Hey guys, it's Relentless Trader, and of course, welcome back to another recap. Today is gonna be a green day, right? We're green about $200, and it wasn't a bad session. We had some good opportunities, and I was able to capitalize. Like yesterday, the day started off pretty well pre-market, but I'm realizing I'm giving back profits, right? Yesterday up 212, then by the open only up $15. Today up 113, 115, and by the open up $36. So I got to do a better job pre-market of knowing when to just take that step back, right? Keep the profits and not give back off the top, right? So that's something to look into tomorrow, right? Come in there, take the best setups pre-market, and just wait around till the open, right? Wait around till 9:30 hits, and we get a better couple of setups. But DPW, we'll start off with this one. I did take a couple of trades as it curled back up here, a bit of a red to green. Break up the level of 99 is what I really wanted to see, but it didn't happen, right? But I was getting in early 92 as there was a key level down here, right? Break of this candle, break of 92. We had to move to 3. I got some profits in there within that 8-cent range, but not as much as I would have wanted to see for the break of 3. That was DPW. Not much else to go over on that one. The loser was on CPSS, $93 in the red, and unfortunately, similar setup, right? Watching the red to green, right? You can see here on the 5, we got a high of 510, pulled back to 473. As this one was curling back up, right, I was watching it for the breakout, and unfortunately, we didn't see the follow through over 510. But nice 1 minute pullback in this range, right, over this level here of 490, break of 5. So I could have been green on this trade had I seen it a bit earlier, but coming in for the completion of the red to green over the level of 510, we rejected double top, sold out, stopped out for about a 9 cent loss, or 9 cent loss on 1,200 shares, 8 cent loss, 9 cent loss, 1,200 shares, down $93. So that was a bit disappointing. Had we at least gotten the test of VWAP up there at 16, and then maybe 20, 25, could have been a green trade about 120, 10 cents, but it didn't happen. So stopped out quickly, kept the loss tight. Now on to the big boy stock, AGE. AGE, this one here, man, this one here, we did take a couple of trades pre-market, and again, like I said, was up 100 and something dollars, right, just around that level, and it was mostly in this range right here. Break of this level of 187, we scalped it nicely as it made a high of 208, or was no 204 right there, 204. But I gave back profits here, right? You can see it was a lot of sideways consolidation. I gave it chance after chance as volume came in on some of these candles. You can see 300,000 shares here as it popped up, right? Bit of a 1 minute setup over this level here of 98, only hitting 203. These trades right here, man, I was looking for some, at least 10, 15, at least 10 cents, right? At least 10 cents, 7, 8 cents won't be bad, but it just sideways. I started to give back profits. And when I decided that, enough is enough, right? Because at the time we had high of 07, right here, it came up to a high of 07 and pulled back. So I'm like, got to be kidding me, right? Double topping this level, and I'm like, that's it. And of course, right here is where it started to take off. But pretty close to the open, 923. We had to move over 207 finally for the breakout to 219 consolidation, and then high of 228. Had this move here had happened, let's say here, right, would have been up at least 150, I believe, into the open, but it didn't happen. And that's fine. You just got to do a better job at being more patient and really waiting for that setup, right? Really waiting for the setup. But here we go into the open. You can see the first candle, the gap and go. If it had dipped down a bit more, I feel like I would have took the trade, although we did have the low of 211. Had we had consolidated for a little longer, I would have took the gap and go at 25, but opted not to, and it wasn't a bad decision. Just didn't feel as comfortable to trade it right there, and that's fine. But nice gap and go, ultimately breaking over that level of 25, hitting 45, and then the red to green. The red to green, you know, first 1 minute candle to make the new high at 19. It just started taking off, man. Started taking off. Came up here for a couple of trades. You can see this 1 minute setup right here not really working out as well. Break of 46. Well, high of 60, which is not bad, but we want to see this candle here remain green and not turn into a red doji, right? Some consolidation, and then finally the incline. I made money here. Right, on these two candles, or these three candles, I should say. And right here, it was a matter of which candle is going to break out, right? You can see a high of 45. We had a high of 48, high of 55. And it's like, I didn't want to not take these trades in case it went on these candles. And sometimes trading in through the consolidation can be hard because you just don't know when on which candle is going to go. So really and truly, sometimes you might have to trade every candle and keep that stop extremely tight, right? If you're not holding through the consolidation, of course. So I got in, got out, got in, got out. And right here, I'm like, you know what? Let me really wait for 55. 55 came here with some good volume, and we were able to get a good couple of trades. And look at the share size. I mean, nothing crazy. I did add into some of the positions, right? But 400 share blocks. I mean, it's definitely nothing close to my full share size. As you guys know, depending on how it really looks, if I'm really feeling it, I'll go up to like 8,000 shares. So 400 share blocks is not a lot of shares being traded, but it was good to actively scalp and get more used to getting in and out of the volatilities with some of the better hotkeys that I set up, right? But that was AGE, not bad. There was a point in time where it was around like 270. I don't know, I can't remember exactly where, but there was a 200,000 share bid. And of course, when you see that kind of a thing, when the stock is already so strong, it's buy. I did, what I remember is selling that position early, but it wasn't here. Well, no, it wasn't here, but anyhow, what I remember was selling that position a little early. So next time in that situation, I gotta be willing to hold it a bit longer, really get that break over 3, and let the stock work for me, right? I saw Ross's recap right at the end of it, and he also took the same trade, but with 60,000 shares, right? I was in there with 400 share blocks, maybe 1,200 shares. He was in there with 60,000 shares. So it goes to show you, once you understand the strategy and you are green, the only difference will be in terms of how much you can make, right? One of the differences will be your share size and how aggressive you are. Of course, once you can handle the emotions and all of that, it'll come down to the share size, right? And for me, I am more comfortable taking bigger trades, bigger positions. But at the same time, I know where my account is at right now. And after a big loss yesterday, I want to be careful, easing my way back in, bouncing back. And, as I really regain myself, right, really regain the account was what I should say, right? Because, again, as you guys know, the account was like at 40 something thousand, right? And I took out a lot of money and brought it back down to like $1,000 above the PDT. And why is this guy so loud? Anyhow, brought it to $1,000 above the PDT, and then started trading again. So once I get back up there, instead of 28,000 shares traded here, getting in and out so actively trading, it'll probably be like 90,000 shares, and the P&L will be different, right? It'll be a bit more, assuming that I am getting the reads correct and that kind of a thing. So looking forward to that stuff, but it'll get here soon enough, right? I'm not gonna rush the rush. Gonna go through the motions, small, consistent green days, and look to build. Feeling pretty good, feeling great actually. Despite the loss yesterday, right? Again, going back to that a little, just to touch on it, right? Sometimes when I lose and it's like let's say a beginner mistake or rookie mistake, that's the kind of thing that'll get to me. But trading errors will occur, so the loss didn't bother me. But right now it's just a matter of building and just gaining momentum, one day at a time, one green day, one green day, one green day, and just keep closing green days, and have a good October, right? So that's the goal, that's the plan. That was the day. AGE, I think it did 300% at highs. It might have did 300%, which wasn't bad. All right, if we pull it up over here, we'll get a bit of a better look on the 1 minute, right? But not bad stuff, not bad. And you'll see here 200 million shares of volume, 245 million shares, which is of course on the higher side. But pretty volatile stuff, not a bad day. And looking forward to Friday, right? Looking forward to Friday. But that's gonna do it for this recap, guys. It's been RT, and of course I am signing out. Oh well, nope, no, I'm not. Before I forget, if you're new to the channel, of course, hit that subscribe button. Right, hit the thumbs up if you're watching to this point, of course. And check out the chat room if you haven't already. It'll be the first link in the description below. Now, I can say it's been RT, and I am signing out.